cafe.
Come to my house and I'll make you tea.
Not the same thing.
There used to be one in
My four
Asbury
boys
Park.
will be all over you.
Yeah, but they'll do it even without the tea.
Right.
And we're live. Hello and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We're getting ready to jump back into our Call of Cthulhu game. It's called To Put Away Childish Things. We're into part 5 tonight. In the last session, we arrived at Kingsport. We had taken a trolley over to Melvin's grandfather's house to scope that out, see if anything was amiss. House looked fine as we were investigating, kind of like sneaking around. I think Harry went to go speak to one of the neighbors who had called the cops on us because we were kind of hanging around. The house had been broken into. Some personal items, a few valuables had been stolen. The lawyer has the number. We get the lawyer's number. The door had been fixed, but the locks were changed. The cop took us back to the boarding house. There was a big cat there who, turned out to be something more than a cat, I guess. Had a great conversation with Vivian. Found out that the gates were blocked. She's not on this side. There was minions here that were left. There were great armies of nightmare creatures. It's like a whole thing. We had a nice big breakfast at the boarding house. We go over to the school, talk to the principal, try to get Melvin's records. He was an average student, into theater, into art. He was always sketching stuff. Few close friends. We got one of his sketchbooks, which had representations of his other life and the Fairy Queen, which we had come to realize is this woman spirit creature that's been Lynette has been harassing us or trying to keep us at bay.
Warning us.
Yep. We also wanted to go over to, was it Orchard Island, to investigate the polio hospital where Melvin had spent a chunk of his childhood. The ferry had been gone, so we contracted a boat to take us over. While we were on the water, a storm quickly came up, and the water
storm.
Yeah, we discovered that was perhaps not our brightest move.
The water seemed to coalesce and turn into serpents. The boat captain was drowned. We were almost all drowned, but by the luck of the dice, happened to be able to make a few swim rolls, get to the shore. All got naked, started a fire in a fisherman's shack, and tried to warm up, dry out our clothes, and we left it around there.
Yep.
Maybe we were already dry, or maybe we're jumping till we're dry. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I remember us being naked. Yeah.
That's one of the most unerotic nakednesses.
I remember as all of you are hovering under this half-frozen blanket around the fire for warmth. Vivian's going, the things you learn when you're out and about with people. And then Georgie goes, what happens in Kingsport stays in Kingsport. So, yes, the most unerotic nude mixed gender investigator scene of all times. Basically, let's not freeze to death. And which honestly I think is a great scene, because who expects this? And it makes perfect sense.
I mean, we should have expected it.
I didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy. It was a great. My greatest victory in role playing in 2021 was getting you guys onto that boat completely. 4 hardcore experienced role players with more than 20 years of Call of Cthulhu experience. And I got you all on a boat where there's a wizard after you. So
I mean, we kind of had to get on the boat sooner or later.
Yeah, but nobody saw it coming until the storm. As soon as the clouds were like, oh no, you were all just resigned. Okay, so you are there with the boat captain, who, if I gave him a name, I don't remember it.
He does have a name, and I thought he was dead. Did we save him? Lester Hogue was the guy's name.
And did we save him?
I thought we did.
Lester
I thought
Hogue
you did
is
as
below.
well.
Check the engine. He's being surrounded by water and drowning.
Yeah, wasn't he drowning?
He was, but I think you guys saved him.
I didn't make a note of that.
We're gonna say you saved him.
Yeah, Lester saved.
Hey,
So
we're
Lester
heroes,
knows
sure.
people on the island, and he kind of, when daylight comes out and you guys are all like, shivering and your clothes are dry enough to wear.
Yeah, we owe him one boat.
Right. I don't know if we played this, but we're gonna say that you guys get to a farmhouse.
I think you said we would.
Right. You got to a farmhouse of someone that he knows nearby. They get you into hot showers. They get you dry clothes. They, set your clothes to wash and dry. And you're exhausted for that entire day. They call for a doctor who looks you over, and he's like, basically mild hypothermia, nothing lasting. You're not going to feel well. So I'm going to say that for the next couple of game days, anything you have to roll Constitution, you're going to have a penalty dice with. Just for
Makes sense.
General aches and pains and your body slowly recovering from the near death from cold. I'm sure there's better rules, but we're not going to slow down with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so while you're here with this local family, do you want to ask them about the hospital? Do you want to just keep it to yourselves? I mean,
Oh, I'll make small talk. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, they're being kind to us, so I'll make small talk here and there and ask general questions like, how long you've been living on the island.
Well, they kind of say their family goes back a few generations, living on the island, yada yada yada. The current father, he left and he lived in Boston for a few years, and he actually worked in Chicago for a few years, and he just found himself drawn back to Kingsport. And he said, luckily, he did well in the stock market, and as long as nothing happens, he should have enough income to stay successfully retired.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
So yeah, he made some money and decided to just come back to Kingsport and renovate the family home. So it's a nice home, and he's probably got like a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Aww.
Or out, taking care of the animals in the barn. They have a few horses. And you're welcome to share a guest room and the kids' room. The kids are like camping out in the living room while you're here. And when you're well enough, they say that they will take you personally back over to the mainland, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Thank you.
I think Harry would ask about the polio ward. So he just says something to the effect of, were you worried at all that with the polio ward being here that maybe you could get infected out here? I mean,
he said that most of them never even thought about it. It's on the far side of the island. It's kind of down a slope, so there's only really one road in and out to get to it, and there's a gate there. And they kind of had their own dock, so they didn't even use the road most of the time. They kind of came, so they were pretty well isolated, so nobody really, really thought too much about it.
They had their own doctor?
A dock.
Dock.
They were on the water.
Dock!
Like to
Dock.
put a boat. Yeah.
Right.
Dock!
So
Dock!
if you needed to
Right.
visit the hospital, you could take a boat to the far end of the island and dock there. They said that it was actually good for the island's economy because they actually, back in that day, they had a hotel that
Oh,
people who were
wow.
visiting people in the polio hospital would stay for a couple of days.
Oh.
But when the polio hospital shut down, hotel closed, and they said it's now a rooming house.
Mm.
But yeah, they said that nobody really goes there now, just kids staring each other. It's I have never been there. Well, but my wife had when she was alive, God rest her soul, and said that it was a lot of broken glass, a lot of creepy, dark rooms. Kids used to dare each other to go up there. I'm a little older, so it was already closed by the time my teen years were over. But my wife was younger, and she would go up, and uh, you know, uh, everyone would say that it was haunted, and make up stories about it. But you know, it's just the kind of it's a place like any other. I don't believe in any of that kind of stuff.
Do a lot of people still live on the island?
Orchard Island? Sure. There's a couple of dozen families.
You do mostly farming, or
most of us just live. It's a lot of retired families, a lot of people who have, they've made their money. There aren't many people raising kids here. They're few and far between. It's more of a quiet place for young artists, authors who think the bustle of Kingsport's a little too much and want a quieter place to live.
The bustle of Kingsport? Don't get me wrong.
And he says, yes, I lived in Chicago and Boston, but there are people on Orchard Island who say they don't sleep well in Kingsport because it's too noisy.
I think Harry gives the group a knowing look then, right? Like artists and writers and stuff, and Kingsport's too big, right? It's like
Whereas Millie is sort of thinking New York, Kingsport. Kingsport would be too quiet without the noise for Millie.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to fall asleep.
It's like people who live in a small coastal town, and then people who live in the village in the mountains 10 miles inland from the small coastal town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, what brings you to Orchard Island?
Kind of side eye everyone in the group.
He smiles. The doctor, the homeowner, just puts his hands up. He goes, "Forget I asked," and he goes to he pours everybody another mug of coffee.
I thank him for the coffee.
It's like he asked, and everybody just goes quiet and looks at each other. Right. Oh, maybe I don't want to know.
Right.
Yeah, Millie's trying to think of a plausible lie, and it's just coming up empty.
You guys have been through a lot.
You know what they say. Sometimes the less you know, the better, right?
All right. Well, as long as you're not in any kind of trouble with the law.
No. Trust me. Us being here isn't going to get you in any trouble. No worries.
Oh, I'm happy to hear it. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we've got two reasons for wanting to leave as early as we can. One is we don't want to go back to the mainland, and the other is we don't want to bring trouble here.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of have to be able to walk without falling over to do that.
Fair enough. You said that the former hotel is not a resting house?
Rooming house.
Boarding house.
A boarding house.
Would that maybe be a better place for us to stay if we need to?
Probably. You wouldn't be imposing on someone.
Yeah.
So I'm
also
thinking...
keep in mind, I think everyone lost their luggage. So you guys are wearing the only clothes you have.
Right.
Well, how much luggage did we bring with us?
Probably not much, but
yeah.
I think both ladies lost their purses, so
yeah, my purse is gone.
So things like matches, lighter,
and money.
Yeah.
So would Georgie and Harry then have enough cash on us to afford a room?
I need everybody to make a luck roll. The gentleman.
Why did I ask that question?
Hard success. The women lost their handbags. The men might have had a wallet tucked into their pants. Survive the ordeal.
33 on the nose.
Is that hard?
That's exact.
Exact.
I need a hard luck success.
I fail.
Okay, no, you guys have no money.
Any chance I would have had money inside my undergarments by any chance?
No,
probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
the only thing
circumstances.
Georgie has on him is his lucky penny. That's it.
There's circumstances Millie might, but this is not going on a boat to a creepy island to fight a. No, just it would not occur to just no.
No.
Like hold out pistol, yeah. Hold out wallet, what?
Was anybody wear the ladies? Were you wearing any jewelry? Do you have any jewelry written on your character?
Let me see if it's written.
Any jewelry Millie has on her is not the kind of jewelry she can pawn.
Right. Not that you'd be able to find a pawn shop in Orchard Island.
Yeah,
and she certainly wouldn't be able to sell it because, well, her mother-in-law would kill her.
Right.
I mean,
might be good for trade.
Well, but being like a
no, you don't understand. My mother-in-law would literally kill me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the last person that pawned Innsmouth gold was torn apart in what was the town? Shit. Anyway, it's in the story.
Yeah, that town.
Well, so being a member of law enforcement, at least tangentially, I might be able to get us like an IOU, right? Like, hey, here's my credentials. We'll come
if you
back.
go to the rooming house and one of you makes a credit rating roll or a persuade check with a hard success, I will allow you guys to stay at the rooming house. Will extend credit.
I could try it. My persuade's at 65.
All right, so the rooming house is about a mile.
Yeah, that's way better than either my credit rating or my persuade.
Okay, so you go over to the rooming house. We're gonna let me get a name for it. Hold on.
So they make excuses like, once their clothes are dry and they've had a couple of cups of coffee or whatever, then he's like, oh, you appreciate the hospitality.
I mean, probably stay overnight at that point because by the time we're all
okay, we're gonna say it's called the Rosenthal, the Hotel Rosenthal, named after the original owning family. It used to be the Rosenthal Hotel, and now it's the Rosenthal, apartments.
Okay. So I have a 16 credit rating.
A 60.
A 60.
Okay.
I could
you roll under a 30, and we can make this happen.
Well, I got a 65.
Okay, you can both try.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we're gonna say that they
no.
And Albert Len is the proprietor of the Rosenthal Hotel, and he greets all of you and says, "Oh, you must be those people that nearly drowned in the boating accident."
Yeah.
Yes.
We are, and we're a nice family. They put us up for the night. They dried our clothes. Everything we have on us. We didn't want to impose on them anymore. But unfortunately, he starts patting all of his pockets. He's like, we've lost. Oh, I don't have my wallet. I don't have my credentials. Fuck. So he says, my name is Harry Stanton, Stanton Investigations. I'm a private eye back in New York. Is there any way that you could, I could get you an IOU? I'll give you all my my information. I get you my phone number and address. We'd be happy to pay you. We lost everything.
Make a hard persuade success.
Is there any way that with him with the innkeeper hearing about our troubles
You made it?
already, that he could get a bonus die. That probably doesn't matter since it looks like John
No, it's
succeeded
just
anyway.
gossip. It's just small island village gossip.
I got an 05. I got extreme success.
Yay!
He says, so
Nice.
you didn't want to impose on the Mitchells, but you'll come here to impose on me.
Well,
Aw.
you'll
And
take
he
our money
smiles. He
afterwards.
smiles. He says, "You're lucky." He says, "You're lucky. It's the slow season, and I'm a sucker for side stories and
Aw.
pretty faces."
Oh, thanks.
He says, "Our largest room's upstairs. Nobody could ever afford to rent it. I'll let you have it for a couple of days. Are you going to be on the
Thank you.
island long?"
I don't think so.
Probably
don't
about
plan on
that
it.
long.
All right. It's the middle of the week. If you could be out by Friday, I'd appreciate it, just in case we have anyone come in.
Of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
You're doing us a favor.
Millie Spot
so-
Balloon. If we're not out of here by the end of the week, we're probably dead.
So it's it's like a 2-room suite. There's a pull-out bed. There's an armchair. There's a padded armchair with an ottoman that you could kind of, turn into a bed, and then there's a double bed.
Georgie will take the armchair when it comes to it.
Okay, and he
All right.
says that it's going to be $2 a night, but that includes complimentary breakfast, and there's a snack nook.
Ooh,
He says
yay.
we don't serve dinner, but there's a restaurant a few doors down.
Thank you.
I don't know if they're going to extend you credit.
Do they
We'll just
need
have to make do.
Do they need people who wash the dishes for a few hours afterwards?
You'll have to ask them.
Any medical needs?
I think they have a doctor here.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
I'm a good nurse, but I'm a nurse, not a doctor.
All right. So you you set up shop here, and this is more like the middle of the island. So you're now off kind of the coast. I mean, it's not a large island, but it's an island. Where there are farms and orchards, and it's a bit of walking. So kind of checking the maps, you learn that to walk to where the children's hospital, and that's the far side of the island, it's as far away from where normal people would live. That's why it's a polio hospital.
I mean, they had good safety procedures, all things considered. I approve.
Right. But we're looking at like maybe a 90-minute, maybe a 2-hour walk from where you're staying now. And that's partly because it's this cold early New England March, and it's been snowing and sleeting, and the weather's just kind of been miserable. And the road is not well maintained anymore, so it's overgrown. It's almost like walking through the woods in winter for an hour.
So the sort of thing we want to do in early morning, late morning, early afternoon, maybe.
And the kind of thing that even if you were only there for an hour, it's going to be half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't see any other way around it. I mean, at least this way, we're still far away, but we're not on the other side of the island where we started, so...
Yeah.
So I assume we're dressed for winter, right? I mean, it's probably cold in New York already anyway.
Yeah, you were dressed appropriately.
Okay.
I mean, we knew we were going to Kingsport. We knew what the weather was going to be. We just didn't expect to be dumped into the middle of freezing water.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to spend the rest of tonight resting, see if you can get somebody to buy you dinner and then set out for the hospital in the morning?
I mean, with or without dinner, I'd like to rest. The question is, do we think that if we rest here, we'll get dream visitors? Because if we're in danger going to sleep here, we might as well head out there, but I don't know how to gauge that.
Well, what time is it?
Yeah.
I would have to say it's probably about noon or 1. It was
So-
slow
Okay.
going in the morning. You had to walk here. You had to pawn your way in. You kind of came up and just sank into chairs, and I mean, you're fatigued, from your recovery. So
Yeah.
it's by the time you're having this conversation, like, do we want to leave now and try and get back before dark? It's already 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Like,
it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, as I said, the only reason to do it is if we think that we're going to get visitors in the middle of our dreams, which honestly we can't do anything about.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's here or down at the hospital, if they're gonna come, they're gonna come.
Mm.
We
Agreed.
could leave now and plan on staying at the
Although-
hospital overnight.
I mean, worst case scenario, if we stayed here, is we'd all wake up dead. I doubt they'd go after anyone else here. That's not their pattern. So we wouldn't be bringing any extra danger here, probably.
No, they
Hmm.
seem very honed in on their vindictiveness, definitely.
The only thing is, if we go now, I don't think we'd be able to walk back at night,
Yeah.
or would want to. So we'd have to spend the
Yeah.
night there, and might have to deal with cold temperatures.
If I smiled any wider, the top of my head would fall off.
Yeah. No, I don't think going now is the best idea.
Overnight in the abandoned
Yeah,
children's
let's
polio hospital
Yeah,
on Orchard Island in the winter.
I mean, I'm sure I've done stupider things, but
Oh, it's just
Mm.
it's awesome.
I knew someone who gave out a lot of information
All right,
for
then
wine
we
and
don't have
cheese.
to dwell jazz hands.
wine
Um,
and cheese?
Oh yeah, some good wine and cheese. Anyways, I digress. I think if we sleep in shifts like we've done before,
Yeah.
All right, I need everybody to make a con check.
With a
yeah.
penalty die?
All right.
So that would be a 79. What is my con? Yeah, no.
Okay, you're like, all right, we're all gonna sleep in shifts.
Yeah.
I'll wake up in a couple of hours, and everyone just
And we all fall
pretty-
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why we didn't walk out to the creepy hotel at night.
Yeah.
But in the morning you're like ravenous. You feel almost dehydrated because you slept straight through dinner and
Yep.
so the complimentary breakfast is a blessing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
man.
The guy's like, brings you a second helping of everything.
Oh,
and doesn't bat
thanks.
an eye.
Thank you so much.
And he says, "Don't thank me. I'm putting it on your bill."
That's fair.
We
He
appreciate
says,
it.
That's
I
fair.
am counting on being reimbursed. And he kind of winks at you guys. He goes, "I would have sent up dinner, but I walked by the door and all I heard was snores. So I thought it'd be better if I didn't even knock."
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Mhm.
All right, so he kind of leaves you and tends to, restocking the little breakfast nook. And you see some of the other boarders come down with their, books of poetry.
Oh, how nice.
Are there? So I had my lighter in the last episode. He would cast about. Harry would cast about and see if there was like a book of matches, like laying around, right? Because everybody smokes and everything. See if they're
Make a luck roll.
All right, I will try to do that. No, 95.
Ooh.
Artists, they smoke a lot.
They do.
You're able to bum a cigarette, but not palm a buck of matches.
Okay, I'm happy for the cigarette.
All right, do you guys want to set out?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
What's in the snack little area?
You find there's a
Triscuits.
jar of ginger cookies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bowl of fruit, apples and pears. There's a bowl of mixed nuts.
Okay.
And there's a marble bunt cake that's pre-sliced in like really little thin slices.
Oh, nice.
Harry
Thanks.
grabs an apple and a handful of nuts.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Just gonna grab something.
Okay, he grabs
uh,
some snacks for the road, and you
Yep.
start out.
Well, my thinking was the nuts are for the road, the apple, so my throw is crap, but it's better than nothing.
Right. So, what did I name this guy? Albert? Is
Yes.
this guy named Al? All right. As you guys are setting out, Al says, "Hey guys, that box by the door, it's all stuff that people left in the rooms. Help yourself."
Oh, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
it's like the odd knit hat, a few scarves. You can get mismatched gloves.
No
Yeah.
shame.
There's like a really tacky sweater vest. But you guys can layer up if you need to.
Awesome.
Cool,
Yeah.
definitely.
Any odds there's a walking stick there?
No,
Didn't think so.
not unless there's an extreme luck success.
Hairpins?
I'll try a luck success simply because I thought of it, but I'll be stunned. 27 might be hard, but ain't gonna be extreme.
Okay. You do find a compact,
Hey?
so you have a mirror.
Oh, yeah, well, I was never a beauty here.
Oh, thank you. Hairpins or anything?
No, nothing like that. Okay.
No.
Hold on, before we move on, do I have my gun still? It would have been in the shoulder holster.
Yes, you both have your. If you had your weapon in a shoulder holster, or you would have it.
Okay.
If you had your revolver in your handbag, you probably don't have it.
Okay. I did not have mine in my handbag.
So, George, did you have a shoulder holster?
Is nothing.
Oh, so you're unarmed.
I'm unarmed, yeah.
Harry, you're the only one who retained your weapon.
Let's see.
Seems like.
If anybody had a knife like stashed, like
I have
strapped in a
listed.
boot or something like that, I would allow it too.
I'm not sure if I would have had a knife or a tiny. I'm not sure I would have a tiny handgun, so probably a knife. I don't think I'd stick a syringe in my boot, though, so
No.
probably a knife.
All right. Well, a knife is easy to acquire from the kitchen. So.
Like I
All right.
said, any syringes I had would have been in my purse.
Any socks in that
Yes.
box? I take like 1 or 2 socks.
No problem.
Yeah,
club,
just in case.
fill with flour.
Fill it up with whatever I can and just.
You can make a sap out of a sock. Correct.
Yep.
Oh, that
That's
didn't
it.
even occur to me. I just thought maybe he would need some socks.
Vivian getting old school ghetto with the sock in a moment of need. Very
Yes.
well done.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like cut little finger holes. I was like, he has gloves.
No.
Oh man, I wish there was a mechanic that
Big
you could
arms.
grant experience points for really good ideas, but
You can.
That's-
You're the GM. That's what it is.
anyway, you know what? You have a plus bonus dice to your next luck roll. How about that? Because
I'll
I'm
take it.
impressed with that idea. All right, so you're on this long, cold walk across Orchard Island. The roads get worse the further you get to the far end of the island. You pass lovely farms, or at least they would be lovely in good weather.
Mhm.
Everything is snowed in. The roads are icy. You see a few horses out with blankets. You see some, not really cattle, but people do keep a few horses here to ride and to enjoy them. There are riding trails on Orchard Island. You do see a few orchards. Mainly peaches and apples and other a few walnut orchards.
Any on the ground that look
No, it's winter. There's snow on the ground. So
Canada. Oh.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
and then you get to the
Forgot it was
area
winter.
where all of the farms stop, and it's just like this barren, wooded area with the trees lined with frost. Leaves on. Like there's a layer of leaf litter covered with ice, covered with snow. So, according to your information, it's like a mile down this road. And the road the wood starts to slope, and then you'll kind of come to a cliff that kind of has a like the hospital is kind of in almost like a bay.
Mm.
All right, so you're walking through the forest, I need
Any large rocks that I've come past that are
you
about
do
the size
find
of
a
my
you
fist.
find a large rock or two that you can make a sap out
Thank
of the out of the sock. All right, it's slow going. It's unearthly quiet through here. Everybody make a listen roll.
No, you can't make me.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, 97. It's just too quiet here.
No, nobody makes the listen check.
Can't hear anything.
95.
What? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so you are walking through this unearthly quiet forest, wooded area. Luckily, a few sections of it crisscross with some horse trails, so it looks like some of the ground has been broken by horses recently, but it's few and far between. And then you kind of get to you see a structure in the road ahead.
Mm.
And the closer you get to it, you realize it's a very old wrought iron gate that extends kind of into the woods,
Mm.
and it's blocking off this section of road. And at this point, you can hear the ocean.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh, this must be the gate that they were talking about then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Investigate the gate. Does it look like it's been, does it look worn? Does it look like someone's used it? Is the snow kind of pushed away from where the gate was?
The snow. It looks, there's a rusty chain with a rusty lock on it, but there are 4 or 5 iron rungs that are just rusted out of it. So it's this fence that you can literally kind of sidestep through, because there are
Any
Yeah.
and you
footprints
see, and you
around
look
at all?
down into the tree line, and like almost 20 yards down, you see it's kind of, the gate's kind of fallen over in places where a tree's kind of fallen over it. So the gate's not really keeping anybody out anymore.
Any footprints around?
Make a tracking roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
tracking. Oh,
Yeah,
I got a
just-
10 in that. Let's see.
Yeah, no.
I'm looking at our feet.
Great ideas.
We are awesome
bad
at this game.
rolls.
Yeah,
Looking at our feet. Ooh, look at the footprints. How nice.
I mean, he
We're
came
gonna-
by how many days ago? It's been
It's
raining
been
and
a while.
snowing.
Yeah. All right.
I just love, we're all gonna fail at actually doing what we need, but as long as Harry got a cigarette, that's all that counts.
Cigarettes are
and
important.
Vivian
Yes.
got some socks.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so you kind of come out of the woods. You're up on these cliffs, looking down at this expanse, and you see the ocean. You see an old ruined dock, and you see an old courtyard where there. I mean, even though it's been overgrown for years, you can still manage to see the row of trees lining an old road that came from the dock to this large abandoned building.
Mm.
And hold on, let me. The
Do we
building
need the
is
map?
not just yet. The building has 3 wings, like like the right wing, left wing, and there's a center area connected by one long hall. So it's almost like one small rectangle, 2 large rectangles connected by, it's like 3 stories tall. It's like much larger than you thought it would be. It's overgrown with ivy. There's a lot of the windows are broken. The roof seems to be intact in most places. I need everybody to make a spot hidden. Tell me if you get a regular success or a hard success.
Ooh, regular.
30. What is my spot hidden?
Extreme.
Regular, sadly.
07.
Okay, those who make a regular success notice that there are at least. Oh, who do we lose?
We lost.
We lost Lisa.
Uh-oh.
I'll wait a minute. Let's see if she comes back in. It's the suspense that gets you.
Lynette got her. Fuck.
And we're not doing luck refreshes. Not until the end of part 2.
Okay. No, that's fine.
What
Welcome back.
happened?
We waited. We stopped. We waited.
What happened? No, I mean, did I just flip out?
Yeah, you left and came back.
Out. Yeah.
I have no idea how that happened. I didn't touch anything.
Been 5 years.
Okay. So, for those who made a regular success, you see at least a dozen ravens perched around the roof.
Totally normal.
Look at the birds. They're so cute.
And you do actually see a few seals on the rocky shore by the on the far end of Orchard Island. I think we have seals in New England. I think we have seals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. I think we've even gotten them on the tip of Long Island, which is
Probably.
which is why the sharks are coming back.
We have them on the Cape, so you probably have them down there too.
Right. Okay. So, and for the one who made the extreme success, Harry,
Mhm.
you see a line of smoke from the roof of one of the far corner rooms on the right wing.
Is one of the crows smoking?
So
Well,
It's like a small line of smoke,
yeah.
not like a roaring fire, just like a small trail of smoke.
So he sees the birds, and we're looking at the seals, like, oh, it's kind of neat or whatever. And then as he kind of like glances over, he stops and he squints and he looks, and he's over in the right wing, back in the corner. You see that? And he's pointing at this little wisp of smoke that's coming up. There's somebody in the back. That's got to be him.
I don't see anything.
No, like you gotta away from, because it blends in with the clouds, but it's right over, and he's kind of like lining his hands up, and he's
Hey, it's more neither of us have. Let's check it out.
Oh, look, Harry, look that. It's a unicorn over there too.
Look, just
Let's
follow
check it
me,
out.
right? Yeah. Let's
All
check it out.
right. I can't see it, but we'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hold on. As you are coming down this steep area, it's kind of like the back area. There is a railing here. It's not like this cliff face where it's perilous. This was like the back area where people would come at the end of the road. Like, people really didn't come in this way. So there's a steep road, like if you had a car. So you're kind of like on the car path, like winding down the side of it. When suddenly the dozen ravens alight off the roof and begin cawing madly.
Yeah.
And they circle the building, and then they begin to converge on all of you.
Yeah.
Get in the woods.
Yeah.
And they all form a giant mega crow.
Are you going to run back for the woods, or are you going to...
Are we,
Oh, heck yeah.
are we close enough to the building where there's a way in? Because maybe into the building is probably better.
You are 1/3. It'd be 1/3 of the way back to the woods, 2/3 of the way to the building.
I'm going for the building,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
whipping out my sock, and I'm swinging it like this.
Okay, so Vivian doesn't even have part of the session. She pulls out her sock and starts sprinting for the building. What do the
I
rest of
grabbed
you
my
want?
apple. It's probably useless because I can't throw with shit, but
Okay.
it's better than nothing.
Georgie was going to run back to the woods to grab a nice big tree branch, but when he sees the two of them start to run towards the building,
You're like,
he's like, oh, shit, chases after them.
okay.
And then Harry's the last one. He's like, fuck. And swallows Georgie.
It's my
Okay,
fault.
so hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm reading up on something.
Like how dead we are.
Well, let me ask this on Jesse's behalf. Could he make a luck roll to see like if a branch had fallen in the winter snows or something like in that space?
Jesse, make a luck roll as you're running after Vivian.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it really is a bird smoking.
35 out of 33.
No.
Can he spend?
Okay.
Oh no, that is a luck roll.
Okay, yeah. It's just diminishes.
Sorry, I forgot that was luck roll for a minute.
I spent 2 luck to increase my luck. Oh shit! Now it's still.
Yeah. You're just defeating the purpose.
Yeah, no.
Okay, the swarm of crows hits you.
Oh no.
And they're like pecking and cawing, and I mean, crows are not small birds.
No.
So
A young Alfred Hitchcock stands off in the distance.
Hey, I bet he's probably visiting the island.
But because I failed my roll and you're all expecting it, none of them do any damage. Hold on, I gotta see if I roll for each one of you.
Right, superficial, right? Like your hair's out of place. There's little minor scratches and like
Right.
Chunk of hair goes,
Yeah.
Takes the last hairpin out of my curls away,
Okay, so hold on. Harry is missed.
Okay.
Vivian,
I wish
You
I
are
had a sock
hit.
with me. What the fuck?
Millie is missed, and Georgie, you are hit. So it says,
It's this
12.
side of the stream that's not doing good.
Like I got do like this.
Okay, so +1 for every 10 additional. So Vivian and George, you are both like these crows, like just like multiple crows, like come around, clawing your hat, your arm, your exposed arms, your necks, your face, pecking at your eyes, and they leave you like covered in bloody scratches for 3 points of damage.
Ooh.
What the what kind
No
of birds
dodge
are
rolls?
A
these?
lot of crows.
I'm actually using the stats for a large bat swarm. But
Yeah.
I'm
Makes sense.
converting. It's kind of the same thing. So,
Yeah.
all right. So you guys can make attacks on the murder of crows.
Nah.
Basically, like throw while running sort of thing.
Right.
I'm punching.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Is there? Did we establish? Is there snow on the ground?
Yes, but it's kind of like icy packed snow. Like it's been.
It's fine. I'm gonna make a snowball and huck it as I run.
Good luck.
fine.
My apple thoroughly missed. At best, maybe a crow will decide to eat it.
Harry, did you punch a crow?
I punch the shit out of it. An 04. That's an extreme
Alright.
success.
You like punch it, knock it down to the floor, and you like stomp on
Whoa.
it. So you do kill one of the crows. They'll do less damage now.
Oh man.
If you're hit again. Vivian, did you hit any of your crows?
I didn't even roll yet. Let's try to hit some crows. This is brawl, right? All right. Oh yeah, no problem. 15.
Okay, you hit one.
Yeah, I
You
hit one.
swept your crow out of the air. You reduce it to a flock of 10 crows.
I don't have a snowball skill.
It would be
Throw.
Throw, which is
Oh, I do have throw. Well, I mean, throw is on my sheet. How's that? No, that's not even
That's
close.
okay. I missed with my apple too.
There you go.
Oh, the apple! No, I should have gave you a sock.
Eh. I would have missed with the sock too, honestly.
No, you hold on.
No, I mean it was too high for brawl. Also,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Then we just
That's
continue
funny.
to run.
I actually hit the 2 players I missed last time and missed the 2 players I hit this time. So Harry and
First thing.
Millie, because 2 crows were killed, it does 1 less point. So you're hit for what I hit you guys for 3.
I think
Yeah.
three.
These guys, you take 2 points of crow damage.
2 points of crow damage. Yeah.
Oh. How far away
Okay.
How far are we away from shelter?
2 rounds of running.
Because we were running this round already, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, you can attack the crows, but they seem to be after this round of attacks, they seem to be peeling off.
If they're peeling off, I'm not going to attack them. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for what comes next. Because if they're backing off, something else is coming.
Okay, so they back off, but they stay. I'm going to make you guys make a sand check for this. They basically fly away, but they land in a circle around you.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And they just caw at you. And as you walk, the ones in front of you kind of hop back. And the ones in front of you, they basically surround you and let you walk, but they like caw at you and they ring you all the rest of the way to the house.
Oh, what the?
I fail.
Fail by 3.
I pass.
I
right.
succeed. I mean, creepy crows. I was expecting this.
Okay, those who fail take 2 sand. Those who make it, you're fine.
Mm.
I
Why
say,
wouldn't the
Scoot,
crows be attacking us?
Scoot, bird, get out of here.
All right, so you are
Guys keep throwing
in the
snowballs.
house,
I've seen worse.
and now you can put up the map.
Yay!
Map. The map. The map. The map.
On the map. The map. He's
Oh
the
boy,
map.
are we
He's
old.
the map. He's the map. He's the map. He's the map.
I'm missing some joke here, aren't I?
Well, because Harry's, because one of us is a dad and the other one's a teacher. This is a children's. This is a Dora the Explorer thing.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, I missed that.
There's a map song, and it went just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Sung by a map.
song. There's a backpack song.
Oh,
There's
stop.
back,
Stop.
back, back.
I'm going to have to roll sand in a minute.
And
I
if
mean,
you think-
geez, the song Millie knows is the leg bone's connected to the ankle bone.
Oh, my God.
shoulders, knees, and toes, of course.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, not enough detailed for medical school.
And just to be clear, I do not own this map. This is just something I got off the internet. I'm not selling this. So
We don't own the map. We don't own the map. We don't own this map. Please don't sue us. Thanks. Yeah.
So we're bringing Blue's Clues in now too?
Yes, we are.
I mean,
okay, so you are on the first floor by the main door.
Okay.
And you can see right
I'm
on
assuming
the
that's here.
yeah, right. So to the left and the right of those 2 doors, those 2 rooms are stairwells that lead
Ah.
down into the basement, up to the 2nd floor, and up to the 3rd floor.
And
Cool.
where did you see this smoke coming from? The 3rd floor?
I'm not. It was over in the right corner.
Yeah, probably the 3rd floor.
Probably right.
Mhm.
So that would be back over here then.
Sitting room.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, I guess.
Yeah.
So what is are the doors open? What are we looking at as we?
Okay, you come inside. You see that the floor here is like covered with like a layer of ice and snow and dead leaves, like blowing in. Like the door has been left open. Anywhere near a window that's been broken, you can see the environment's gotten in. The deeper you see into the house, it's more like just dark marble, stonework. It's very dark in here.
I pull out my lighter.
That you don't have.
No, I had it at the end of the last episode because I started a fire in the fisherman shack.
Okay, so you've got the lighter. You light the lighter. It does help a bit.
And I pull my pistol.
And you pull your pistol. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
It's still daytime, so we could probably see a little bit, correct?
I mean, I
Yes.
guess the further in we go, the worse it's
Yeah.
going to get.
Right, and there are broken, like any room near a window, the window's probably either going to be broken or so there'll be some light spilling in. You might not want to be here at night without a light source.
Okay.
So tell me where you guys want to go.
Where we saw the
through-
smoke.
Well,
Yeah.
we got to get there, right? So
Right.
through the front door, probably to this main hall.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're in the main hall. I'm gonna.
What side of the
so-
building did Harry
so
see the
Harry
smoke coming from?
John, show
right.
me where the the
Right.
cursor. Show me where. You're kind of gonna direct where the team's going.
Okay, so we come out here. I mean, I imagine we kind of like poke our heads in either one of these rooms. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to investigate.
These
right?
are
But
kind of
look-
like front reception rooms where people would check in. They're like one's an office, one's like a sitting room.
There are drawers in the desks.
Yeah, but a lot of them are open and most of them are empty. There are papers,
Anything useful?
Yeah. Can we look for anything?
Are there any wooden
Probably
chairs?
not. Make a luck roll.
That's a 9 out of 33.
Nice.
You don't find any wooden chairs, but you do find a pipe.
Perfect.
Oh.
I think Oscar knew exactly what I was going to do. So
Right. And there's a reason why there's no wooden chairs. So
Any blanket or anything?
no.
Okay.
Pens?
This place has been abandoned for like 15 years. So
Well, kids hang out here,
kids
though.
come
Kids
here.
hing out here,
so-
yeah.
right,
So
yeah.
anything that
Also,
could've been-
honestly, 1920s pens probably not that useful.
Pencils.
All right.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
where do you want to go?
So if nothing there, then we come out into the main hallway. And then we want to go to the right. So we'll start walking down this way. But again, sort of like poke our heads in the room. You guys, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time investigating, but if you want to, clear the room first, I guess, make sure there's nothing there.
Do you want to go to the room to the north of you before you go into the stairway?
Yes.
All right.
The
I
dining
can't
room.
make out. It does look like dining room.
Yeah.
So it is the old
Yes.
remains of a dining room. If you wish to search the dining room for anything that could be useful, I'll allow a spot hidden.
Okay.
Sure. 29. I think that's a success.
Ooh.
Almost
Third-
as bad as I could possibly get.
Oh,
13?
29 is a hard success.
Yeah, I got a hard on spot hidden as well.
I got a regular.
Okay. For those who make a regular, you can find a makeshift weapon, be it a rolling pin, be it a poker for a wood burning stove. A large, rusty butcher knife of some sort. So if you wanted to put something, if basically whoever made hard, what were you most hoping for? Like, what were you?
What I was most hoping for doesn't make sense even with a hard, which would be something like a syringe with something useful in it.
No.
Even with a hard, that doesn't make sense. So I'm thinking either something, maybe something like a blanket I could use to try and restrain someone with.
Not
is
in
what I
the
was
dining
thinking.
room. Not in the dining room.
Let's see. Maybe like a tray I could bonk someone with.
I'll allow you to find a bacon tray.
Yeah.
Cast iron pan.
Oh yeah. We just got a couple cast iron skillets, and one of them is like right my size. It's beautiful.
Okay, so you're here for a while, and you get a cast iron pot and a rusty knife and whatever else you can manage. And Vivian?
Any wooden spoons?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take.
I kind of feel like I need a sock, a wooden spoon, and a
10 feet of rope.
and a spring from a mattress, and I'm going to make a crossbow.
No, I am not going to make it crossbow.
No.
I'm like, Vivian's going
No.
full MacGyver.
Nope. Wooden spoons are
Okay.
fine with me.
You get a wooden spoon. All right. So what do you
Excellent.
guys do now?
Kindle. Excellent.
I guess again, then poke our heads sort of in the stairwell, see if.
Okay. You're coming out of this room after you've been here for a while, and I need you to roll a listen.
Hmm. Let's see. 96. I can't hear with shit.
40 out of 50.
Okay, you hear something.
Hey guys, wait! I hear something.
More crows.
Are you the only one who heard anything?
I
Pretty sure.
passed.
Okay, Vivian, the two of you hear something, and it's coming from the stairwell, and it's like the sound of. It's almost like footsteps of like wooden sticks rattling, metal scraping, but it's low and it's kind of like echoing in the darkened stairwell coming up from the basement.
Kind of like just put my arms out to kind of like get everyone to stop for a second, and I'm just gonna like point to my ears, and so they know I hear something, but I don't want to make really any noises.
And then I wave my hands so that we get to either side of the door and wait for whatever it is that's coming out. So we're not standing there. And I snap the lighter closed.
Gotcha. Okay, so I need everybody to make a spot hidden.
Okay. That's more like it. Yes. 25.
Success.
Hard success.
A 2.
95.
Okay.
2.
So Vivian, Georgie, and Millie all spot something, but Harry doesn't. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
this is what happens. Harry, you're like got the gun, and you're like on the side of and you're like looking down the stairway, and you can hear the echo getting louder and louder. Now everyone can hear it, and you're just waiting, but you don't see any movement in the darkness yet because the stairs kind of crisscross, so it hasn't rounded the corner yet. The rest of you see like 3 figures come out of this stairwell into the hallway and start slowly, moving down towards you. What you see are small human skeletons of children, but their backs are twisted, their pelvises are uneven, their legs are bowed, and on most of their legs and backs are the rusty remnants of back braces, hip braces, and leg braces. So I need everybody to, I'm sorry, Vivian. I can. Are we good? Do we need a minute?
No, we're good.
All right, everybody needs to make a sand check.
I
didn't
thought of
see
something
it.
Hard
horrible.
success.
I thought of something horrible. So
44. Oddly, that's a success.
25 success.
Okay, you all take 1 point. Harry hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I see them react, and he's just kind of like, putting his hands up like, what?
And then you see kind of over their shoulder, there are 3 figures in the hallway. So you have to make your sand check.
35 out of 61.
Okay. You see them and you're like, oh, and then as you see them, the first movement from this stairwell rounds the corner and you see 2 more.
Well, that's just lovely.
Oof.
Do I lose a point as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so there are 5 of these things. 5 of these things? 4 of
Yep.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 of these things.
5.
Yeah, because you said 3 and then 3 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Do they seem aggressive or do they just?
Yes, they're moving towards you with purpose.
Like I'd rather help them than hurt them, but I do not think that is an option.
Yeah, Georgie crosses himself and then grabs Steely Joe in two hands and just makes like
Yep.
a run for one of them.
Okay, you run up on one of them and
Yeah.
swing. They are well, actually, they're not as slow as. Let's make an initiative roll for combat.
Okay.
If you're
that's-
attacking with a ranged weapon, you can, but Georgie charged, so Georgie, I rolled a 1. So players go, forget it.
9.
I suck.
Okay.
Are we going dex order or are we rolling?
No, we'll just top down. I rolled a 1, so I'm going last.
Okay, so just 1d10?
1d10.
You don't have to. You guys want initiative. I'm not having
okay,
it
okay.
individual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
whatever.
We literally cannot roll worse than Oscar.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yep, yep, yep.
That's okay.
Unless I drop my dice into the ocean, I can't roll less than a 1.
I thoroughly miss when I swing that cast iron pot.
Okay, Millie misses with a cast iron
Hmm.
skillet. George,
Yeah.
your iron pipe, your rusty.
Yep. Would that be brawl?
Yes,
All right.
and I have a feeling you're good at this.
That's a 21, hard success.
Give me damage.
Let's see. I missed die. I didn't grab the proper ones.
All right.
Is my is this just going to be the regular D6? I mean D3.
I'm gonna say that this is a large, heavy, lead pipe that you had to wield two-handed, so it's 1d8.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is like
Nice.
this is something that fell out of the ceiling plumbing.
Eek.
And add your strength bonus to it when you roll damage.
Nice. That's I rolled a 5 and then my strength is a 55, so the bonus would be a 5.
No.
1d4 plus 1d4, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Depending on whatever your damage bonus is.
Yeah, my strength is 60 and I have a 1d4. So.
But it's like strength and size.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to be an absolute moose to have 1d6. So.
Oh, true, yeah. That's 6 total.
Nice.
All right. So I need you to roll under that's 6 times. Hold on. She's at 6 points. Times that by 5
Math of
30.
Cthulhu.
and roll under that roll.
Roll under 30. Let's see. 87.
Okay, you smash some of the bones, but it does not seem to do much.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's not a good sign.
Vivian,
I was going to swing the sock
okay,
by the kneecaps.
go.
A 6.
Okay, I'm going to say that's a critical hit. I was going to say that the sock thing does. What do you have a strength bonus, Vivian?
Unfortunately, I damage bonus I do not have.
All right, so let's say that roll under a 20. I'll let you
Okay.
do max damage of 4.
Okay, so roll under. Okay, brain has to think for 3 seconds here.
Yep.
No, doesn't happen.
Okay.
So
Harry,
then,
did you have a?
So I'm not going to try to shoot
you
it.
hit
'cause
it, but you realize that these things are very damage resistant.
oh, okay.
I am going to just kind of like try to grab it with one hand and smash it up against the wall, right? Because
Okay,
shoot,
give me a brawl roll.
Nope, 76 fail.
Okay. So these now attack. Only 3 of them will manage to attack this round because the other 2 aren't up the stairs yet. 1 second. I have a miss. I have a miss. And I have a hit. So I'm going to roll 1d4 and we'll see who wasn't attacked. So I rolled 3. So Georgie, you were not attacked. So in that order, it's Millie who's hit. Because I missed and then hit. So Millie, you take 2 points of damage as this thing just kind of like grabs you and like digs its claws into you and starts like
Okay.
thrashing on you.
So I'm down to 6.
Hmm.
Oh, I know what I want to do.
Hmm.
All right, it's next round.
I slam the door so the other ones can't get in.
Give me a dex check.
All right. Scroll back up for Dex. Yeah. I got a 65. My Dex is 75.
They're like at the door. You like push the door over, slam it shut, but you don't see a way to lock it or jam it. So the door's closed. They're gonna have to open it. But if you make a luck roll, I'll allow you to find something in the area to kind of jam it shut. That will at least delay them, if not permanently stop them. So if you
I got an extreme. I got an 05 out of 54.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
okay, basically you see as you slam it, you look across and you see one of those door
Oh,
stops.
wow.
Those like
Nice.
angled door stops. So you scoot across and you just jam it under. So they're not going to be able to exit this stairwell. So you now only have 3 to worry about. And you hear like
Only.
pounding like on the door as they
Yeah,
try and
yeah.
get out.
But I'm not
well done.
I'm not defending myself at all. So if that matters to you, right?
Vivian.
I'm gonna try to tackle one.
Okay,
I
we're
don't know
rolling.
what else to do. I honestly don't know what else to do at this point.
Okay, go for it.
I hoping for the best on this. Where were my dice? Which ones were I using? Okay. Fucking 2.
All right, Vivian, the linebacker.
Oh my god!
You rush it and you realize this is a child's skeleton. So you're actually larger than it. So instead of tackling it, you just kind of like shoulder block it and you knock it over. So give me as a punching attack damage.
Okay. Punch would be 1d3 because it's the same as brawl, correct?
Right.
Okay. So it would be a 3.
Okay, roll under a 15.
Oh, dear God. No.
Okay, it'll take a round to get up, so it won't attack next. It won't attack this round.
All right.
Georgie.
I'm gonna try to kind of kick push the one that I just hit. And I'm gonna try to like push it into one of them to try to create a little bit of distance and try to like tangle them up a little bit.
If you do a hard success on a brawl, you can grab one and hurl it into the other.
Yeah.
They'll all be at least stunned next round.
All right. That's not gonna be easy. Nope, that's an 84.
So you try and grab it and
I
miss.
pick it up and it grabs me.
All right. Millie.
I'm gonna try and whap at mine with the tray, get it off me, or at least smash it.
Gotcha.
31, which is a regular success with
All right.
the tray.
All right, so I'm going to let the tray do 1d4 points of damage, and for each point of damage, it's a percentage to shatter the skeleton.
Right. Do I have a damage bonus? I do not. Okay, so 2 points.
Okay, 10%.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All
Do I
right.
at least get it off me?
You do get it off of you. Vivian. Remember I said I was going to give you a bonus dice for luck for that sap? I am going to let you roll an idea roll.
Okay, cool.
Instead, this is your reward.
Okay. I have an idea. What is this idea?
I believe in
And my idea is probably not high enough.
Even with the bonus die?
Oh, I get to roll again.
My idea is we
no,
never should have come here.
you. Keep the 10s.
Oh,
Keep
an
the 10s
18.
number.
Okay.
Ooh,
As
18.
Vivian is pushed hers off of her, and Georgie's like wrestling his, you kind of see, and you've kicked yours out of the way. You see how Harry has locked those in the stairway. You look at the stairwell they just walked out of,
Mhm.
and it's clear. Like there are no more coming up, and you can see the stairs leading to the second floor.
Oh.
Oh.
And there's a door here too.
So we just have to put it between us and them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Millie, yours reattacks and again hits. It's kind of fixated on you. George, you grabbed it and didn't, and it grabbed onto you, so that's automatically hitting you. Vivian, you kicked yours out of the way, and it's taking around to get up, so only 2 are able to attack.
Mhm.
George, you are hit for 4 points. As like you grabbed it, it kind of grabbed your throat and just dug like bony nails in, and you can kind of like feel the skin tearing and blood welling up. And Vivian, you like hit it with the pan and kind of like knock it to the side.
I think you mean Millie.
Millie. You
Mhm.
hit it with your pan and knock it to the side. And as you try and sidestep it, its bony hands just come out and grab your, both of them grab your thigh. And you feel the skin pop and like feel blood roll down your ankle as it claws you for 3 points.
Okay, so I'm down to 3 hit points.
All right, party's round.
So Vivian's the only one who knows what she's seen.
Right.
Okay. So, guys, the stairwell is free. The door is open.
So do you want to
Let's
start running
go.
towards it, Vivian?
I am running and I am screaming.
Okay, she runs. She's
Next
just
floor.
standing in the doorway and says, like, "Come on, the stairway is clear. The door, we can close." You know, she's yelling for everybody to get into the stairwell.
Get out of the stairwell!
Georgie's going to make his way there, but he'll wait for everybody else to, or at least Vivian and Mildred to get in there and have Harry be close enough.
Millie?
Yeah, Millie's got this slight problem. Something's grabbing onto her.
Oh, it just kind of raked you.
Oh,
These,
okay.
Yeah, these don't have like, I didn't have them have a grapple attack.
Oh, if it is not holding on to me, yeah, I will book it. I know they're going to be chivalrous.
You see that Millie's looking very. She's like lost blood as she's limping into the stairwell. You see a trail of blood.
Oh no.
Behind her. So Georgie, you kind of like help her as you're guarding the door. Harry?
Yeah, if Georgie's playing blocker, then he'll scoot in behind Lisa's character.
Okay.
Millie, yep.
So Georgie, unfortunately, as you're playing blocker for the group, the two of them that were in pursuit converge on you, and
Makes
the one
sense.
that spent the round getting up, starts moving towards you. So you're going to be attacked twice this round before you can duck into the stairway. But Vivian and Harry are right there with the door and can slam it shut if you survive.
Wow. That was really motivating.
You're hit once. You're hit twice. How many points do you have left?
I have 9.
I'm fairly rolling this. You're hit for 2, and then you're hit for 2.
Oh,
so you're
nice.
like trying to block them, and they just kind of converge, and you're shoving them, and they're just raking your shoulders and your at your face. One of them pulls out a bit of scalp, and the third one is about to converge as you're just like frantically trying to get these things off of you.
Come
All
on,
right,
get in
round,
here.
What do you want to do?
I pull him in.
All right, is everybody in?
Yeah.
Slam
Everyone's
the
in.
door.
All right, if
Slam the door.
everyone's in, I'll step back, and as soon as Harry slams the door, I want to take Steely Joe and like pry it into the handles to try to keep the door closed.
You managed to use the lead pipe to wedge the door shut so they can't come up, and you hear it moving like.
Is everybody okay?
Do you want the optimistic answer or the honest answer?
You look at Millie with her 3 points left, and it's obviously she's gravely injured.
Yeah, look, and it's like I needed a haircut anyway, I guess.
Oh,
I mean, it's just like
chunky-
France. They're just a little shorter.
All right, I
Oh.
need everybody to make a listen roll.
Okay.
No.
I'm listening. How well? Let's find out. Oh,
Still no.
Okay.
definitely a hard listen.
You made a hard success, Vivian?
Yeah.
Okay, Vivian, as you're looking over at Millie, and Millie's kind of like sitting on the stair, and you're looking her over, seeing how badly hurt she is.
Mhm.
Vivian, you hear that the banging on the door on that Harry wedged has stopped,
Mm.
and you kind of hear that weird scraping metal clank footstep back in the basement below you.
So it's going away.
No.
The three that chased you here are still battering at this door.
Hmm.
Georgie?
Oh no.
Let's move.
No. They're
Let's
going
move.
around. They're going around. No.
Let's
So Vivian's
move.
out, they're coming around, So yes, the two that were basically couldn't get through this door went back down to the basement or coming back up the stairway on the other side.
Oh fuck.
Let's simple. Go up a couple flights, slam the door again.
Okay, you go up a flight. Millie, you kind of have to be either carried or shouldered.
Yeah, whatever.
Because you're
Yeah.
very gravely injured. Do you want to go to the second floor or the third floor before you duck in and slam the doors?
If we think
I'm
he's on
thinking-
the third, I think we go all the way to the third.
Well,
right?
you were the one who saw the smoke, right?
Mhm.
Did he get a sense of which floor it was coming from?
Oscar, did I? It was at least a hard, if not an extreme. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's you would guess the third, but it could well be the second because I mean the smoke is rising. If he's
Yeah,
angling the smoke out of a second-story window, it would still look like it's rising.
Let's
from
try the
smoke.
third. If he's not there, then we'll just dip down and go to the second.
Yeah.
All right, so you exit the stairway on the third floor, and as you come out, you kind of see that there's a whole pattern of like bottle caps and colored stones and bits of feather that spell out, "Are we having fun yet?" Kind of on the floor as you come through the stairs.
Oh, that bitch.
And you see one of the crows like dropping a piece of glass, and then it just paws and then flies down the hallway and exits. I need everybody to make a sanity check.
Stand check.
Mm.
These friggin'
Yeah.
dice. Oh,
Well, I
two.
would have made it.
Oh, two.
Oh, two.
Okay.
Okay, it's 1 point if you failed, no points if you passed.
Would have made it before the babies.
All right, you're on the
Stupid birds.
second floor.
I think Millie's just very much in World War I mindset.
She's desensitized.
Right?
Yeah, whatever.
So Harry says, Millie, can you talk me through it? Like he reaches in, like I assume because it's 1920s, right? Whatever. He had a handkerchief before, right? So it's probably still in the pocket.
Yeah, Millie, you can at least do first aid on yourself, Millie.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
Can I
see.
assist? I mean, I don't have. 30%.
She'll walk
I was
you
gonna have
through
her
it.
walk me through it.
My first aid is only 30%. My medicine is 79.
I have
Right.
75 in first aid. I will perform first aid.
Okay, there you go.
Or
Except
not.
to get a 90. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
All right, Millie, you can roll your 30.
Sorry.
We'll see if I can roll my 30. Yeah, no.
All right, so you're on 3 points.
Fuck.
I mean,
Does
anyone
anybody
can
else-
roll it. Anyone
Anyone
can
can
roll it.
I'll roll.
I've seen people roll all 3.
I got a 60.
Well, in the meantime, does anybody else need first aid? I'll see what I can do.
I think George was hit quite a few times.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. So, 17 for George,
Oop.
which is a success, but not a hard success.
Okay, so George, you get 2 points back.
And
Like
anyone else
nothing
get
ever
hit?
happened.
Yeah, I got hit. If you want to.
Let's try.
it a shot.
Right. And hard success for Harry.
Okay, 2 points.
Nice.
I can take care of other people. That's my job.
Nah.
Wait, no one else was able to make it.
No,
for...
everyone failed for poor Millie.
Uh,
Are you
All right,
gonna
what do you
are you
guys
gonna
wanna
be
do?
okay to walk?
Well,
Am I going to be okay to stay here with the birds and the
good news
skeletons?
is-
I don't think
The good
so.
news is you easily find a pair of old crutches because it's an abandoned polio hospital.
Yeah.
Well, that's something. Is it a spare pair as opposed to
Everybody make a spot hidden as you search around.
as
the
opposed
area.
to his pair?
I
Because
got an 11.
You find a very old rusty wheelchair.
All right, sit down, Millie.
Yeah, sure. I'll keep the crutches as well, but they're
Right.
an old pair. They're not his pair, are they?
No, they're just
Okay,
an old
good,
random
good,
pair
good.
of crutches. That were...
I wrap my handkerchief around like the worst of her leg wound, right?
Right, you tried
Yeah.
to patch it up, but she's pretty badly hurt.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you can wheel her around, which will not slow the group down. And
Okay.
where
Until
do
we
you wanna
come
go?
to stairs.
Well, there are
Well,
no unless
we're
you're
on
going
the
to the
third.
roof. There are no more stairs up.
Point.
All right. Do we have another map, or because this is the first floor?
It's the same. It's the same.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
I have no budget.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
have
fine,
no
that's fine.
professional training.
Yeah. Also, how are we doing on time at this point?
I can go to 11, and we're
Okay.
very near to getting to a good spot to finish.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
Well-
So where do you guys want to go?
So let me go back onto the map screen so I can see what's going
Yeah.
on. I'll zoom in a little bit more so maybe it's a little bit easier to read and pull over.
Right.
So I assume
yeah.
then like corollarily we're kind of like coming down this hall
Right,
here.
right.
then?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So-
you're about there.
Um,
You can smell wood smoke.
Hmm.
And you
Oh.
can see that this whole area, there have been tracks through the dust and the debris. And you look into these, you like peek into the doors around here, and you see that a lot of the furniture has been busted up. Like you see like the metal brackets, but the wooden backs and the wooden parts of the chairs have been taken.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say to the group then, Georgie, if you want to push Millie, I could try to sneak ahead a little bit.
Right. If you're pushing that wheelchair, it's old and rusty, so it's
Don't
not
hear us coming a mile away.
If you want to scout up, if they want to wait here and you want to scout
Yeah.
up, you can manage that. But and I mean, Millie can try and sneak as she's walking, but I'm going to give her a penalty dice for the grievous wounds to her thigh.
Yeah.
I
cap.
don't think Millie's ever been the sneaky type, has she?
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, she's sneakier than she started out, but that means 30%, not 20%.
So Harry, you want to do that?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So
All right, here we go.
roll your sneak, and you're going to have everybody wait here.
Oh, yes. I'm assuming right at the intersection here.
Right.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17 out of 50, so that's going to be. If it matters, I'll spend 3 points of luck to make that an extreme. I don't know if it matters.
Do you
I don't
want it to matter? Do you want to do it or
Yes.
not? I can.
Yes.
It
yes.
matters.
Do it.
Make it matter.
Okay, so you get pull it all the way down to the far end, the map all the way down.
Okay. Yep. Let me. There we go.
Like further down.
That's as far as it goes.
Okay, fine. All right, so you kind of come up to the middle of those top three on that side.
Oh,
So you're now in this big area here.
Sure.
And you can see as you're entering that doorway, and you can there you go.
Okay. We'll go back down.
As you're in that big open area, you see that there's a wood burning stove in the corner. There's a bedroll. It looks like someone has hung blankets over all the broken windows.
Yep.
Oh,
and kind of secured them down with pieces of furniture. You see that there's like over the wood burning stove, there's a pot. But there's no one here. I need you to roll a listen.
Okay. No, 82.
Okay. What do you want to do?
He takes it in. He's not here. If the wood burning stove is lit, he
It's
assumes
lit.
that he's around. So then he just tries to make his way back down the hallway. Then.
Okay, you
Back
didn't
to
look
the-
in any of those 3 rooms.
Probably not. Right. So he was trying to sneak down to see if anybody was in. As he
Okay.
came closer, the room opened up. Like, oh, is he in here? Oh shit, he's not here.
So you come right back?
Then I come back. Yeah.
All right, so you can tell everybody that there's a little hobo camp, I suppose. Jungle, to be perfectly honest, although he's not really a hobo, but there is someone living in here.
Yeah, it's an open space. There's a couple of rooms up there, but I didn't look. Friggin' kid skeletons and whatnot. But
That's probably the
probably
best
safe.
place to set up because he's going to come back there even if he's not in any of those rooms.
So what do you guys want to do?
You want to move up then?
Okay.
Well, wait. Do we want to try to make it quieter, or do we figure we've already announced ourselves?
Nothing came out and attacked me, so I think we got the element of surprise.
Not if we push the wheelchair, we don't.
Here, climb on, like he.
All right.
All right, so you carry Millie on your back, you sneak back down. Everybody make a sneak except Millie, and Harry make a sneak with a penalty dice because you have.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say who's bigger, me or you?
Well, who's stronger?
Well, that's what I was.
Strength of
Yeah.
60.
Oh, all right, yeah.
And a
I'm a
size of 80.
55 and a 65 for size, so yeah.
I'm an 80.
So probably you then. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Way fail.
Okay, so you guys make noise heading into that area.
Yeah, I got a 75. I
Um,
failed.
All right, so
Yeah, at that point, I sort of murmur, "No point in being quiet now."
all right, so Harry, as you come through this doorway, you see a dirty, lanky kind of figure dressed in old clothes leaning out of the middle of those 3 doorways with a revolver,
Majesty?
and he fires at you
Shit.
and misses and says, "This is my place. Get the fuck out of here."
Majesty, is that your proper form of address?
He just says, "Go away. I don't want to hurt anyone."
We know, but people are being hurt anyway.
Melvin, just calm down. Put the gun down.
How do you
Kingsport
know
is
my
freezing.
name? And he fires again. And he misses again.
Kingsport is freezing. What you're doing here is affecting things.
He says, "I'm not trying to hurt anybody. None
know.
of this is my fault."
We
We
know.
believe you.
We know.
Your
Look, we
friend
just-
sent us.
We just want to talk.
All right,
Alice sent us.
I need everyone to make I need someone to make a hard persuade check.
Wait, persuade. Okay.
Oh fuck! I got 100.
He's
What
already
if you-
shooting.
You're carrying the
right.
woman. You're carrying me on your back.
Yeah,
You probably look-
I passed my. I'd have to spend 2 luck points to get a hard. I will spend 2 luck points to get a hard.
Okay, what do you say to get him to stop?
Alice sent us. Alice wants to make sure you're okay.
And he starts crying. He goes, "I'm not okay. I'm not okay." And he just kind of like collapses and he's just crying because you rolled a hard.
Is it okay if I walk towards you?
He doesn't reply, but he's dropped the gun and he's just kind of like
I'm good, and I like literally verbalize everything that
Okay.
I'm doing.
As you get to him, he's skin and bones. He's literally
Yeah.
he's probably lost 20 pounds. He's like,
Oh shit,
Millie,
he's malnourished.
like
Yeah.
Millie, you've seen people coming out
Yeah.
of the prisoner of war camps.
Yeah, Millie basically wants to get down and start treating her patient. This is a problem.
Right. And as you go over and you see him, you see that you can smell the alcohol on him.
Oh.
So he hasn't been eating. He's been drinking God knows what. He's been living here. I mean, the room he's in, even with the fire and the windows covered, it's probably 30 degrees in here.
Oh.
We
All right.
know you left to save them. We know.
He goes, everywhere I've been, people have been dying. I thought if I just came here, no one's here.
The problem is the butterfly woman, Lynette, she wants to go to war in your name.
She's not real. And he just kind of like puts his head and he's like shaking back and forth, going, "She's not real. She's not real."
Yeah, buddy. I bet you'd like to think that, but it's time to come back to reality. At least reality how it is now.
It's
because I'm so close to him. I want to put one hand slowly on each of his shoulders, and I want to get down on his level and try to look him in the eyes and say, "I hear you, but she is real."
Okay.
And say it very slowly.
And we're going to end there. I think.
Yes.
It's the perfect moment to end. And we come to the end of part 2 of this epic mini campaign. Wow, this was an amazing session, I think, guys. I had a great time.
Yeah. Oh my
Holy
gosh.
crap.
Baby skeletons. You know,
I want
when
you guys
we publish
to know,
this, we're going to want a content warning on it.
Oh, yeah, there'll be a content warning. I looked at poor Regina's face and I'm like, oh, have I gone too far?
No, so you want to hear the really messed up part? I literally thought, I'm like, well, they're kids, but I'm going to beat the crap out of them. And that's literally, that thought went in my head, and that's why I made the face.
So I want you to know,
kids.
First thing that goes through your mind, glad I put a bunch of stones in that sock.
Pretty much. And it's, it sucks, they're kids. But
okay, what I had always planned since day one was that the place was going to be haunted, that there would be ghosts of children.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, it's so done. It's so obvious.
The skeletons are better.
So literally for 2 weeks, I'm thinking, what could I have that's better?
The skeletons.
And literally today, after work, after dinner, sitting on the love seat, I come up with this, and I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, yes, I can. And it's right out of the book. And then the crows didn't have that idea till maybe 10 minutes before you saw the first crow.
Nice.
And I'm like, I need something. I need to build the tension.
Yeah.
So yeah, I should not prepare more often.
Right?
I mean, heck, when I was running Fate of Cthulhu, there was one session where I sat down and after an hour wrote 2 sentences, which were basically put them here and the name of an NPC, and that was my prep.
One of my favorite memes is this dungeon master is like sitting there, and one of his players says, "Boy, you must spend like hours and hours prepping for these games." And he goes, yeah. And then it shows from his perspective, and he has like a blank page with the words "sexy goblins" written on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, oh my god. I really needed this. I miss this, guys. To me, this is a great way to start the new year of gaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. At this point, there was like one in-person game we were risking, and the GM's going back online because Omicron.
I was ready. I already had a group lined up to live play this in February, and that's never gonna fucking happen now.
Yeah.
Depends on the curve.
I don't know. I don't think people are gonna feel comfortable yet.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just it's flu season. It's the start of real winter.
Mm.
So it's a time when people get sick anyway. And with this, it's just like, 2 penalty dice on flu season.
Yeah. It's cold here too. Fucking, we're below freezing.
Shut the fuck up, desert boy.
It was 27 degrees the other morning.
I'm kidding.
Wow,
No,
not
I know
bad.
it does get cold in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done Pensic War with the SCA. It's hot during the day and it's freezing
freezing
cold
at
at night.
Yeah, it's like a 30 to 40 degree swing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
See, at least today, I think I had a high of 37 and a low of 32. So, it's just all freezing within that little.
Tomorrow I just need to know if I'm going to be able to walk half a mile and back.
All right. Play us out, Ridley.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for checking this out. We're having a great time playing it, and I hope that you're all enjoying it. Of course, this won't be released in the podcast feed for God knows how long.
This book could be out by the time
it
drops.
might be.
Yeah.
But thanks for checking it out. Checking it out live for sure. We have coffee for sale. If you use the code Legends10, you'll get 10% off your order, and shipping is always free. There's a link in the show notes, or you can go to tinyurl.com/legendary brew. It's a nice, mellow, medium roast. I actually have to make an order myself. I'm well into my second bag, so hopefully I don't run out again. We have a Patreon up as well. If you want to throw a couple of bucks our way, helps to defray the cost. That's cool. Golden Goblin has a tip jar over there as well. So if you enjoyed the games that Oscar is running, go ahead and tip over there. Tip over there before you support us on Patreon, because we're going to record for Spite. So it doesn't really matter.
Don't
but
tip,
if you could
buy something.
buy stuff, sure. I mean, that. But if they just, they want to like support, but like maybe they don't.
I appreciate.
Like
that.
maybe they own everything you came out with.
That's true. Well, hopefully we'll have more stuff out eventually. We're working on it.
Working on it.
Working on it.
As always, ratings and reviews on iTunes or whatever your podcatcher of choice is extremely helpful. Just bumps us up in the algorithms, gets more ears on the product, as it were. So please do that as well. And thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.